Okay, this is going to be the final SOL review level video. It's going to be on level 3. These are your hardest questions that are going to be on the SOL, or could be. We don't really know what's going to be, but some of the release questions that they have. So you want to do level 1, all the Desmos based, then the ones you know how to do, but you may need some paper, and then these are the last ones you're going to do because they could be the hardest ones and they could be the field questions that don't count. Okay, so what we got here, okay, all right, if you look up here on the board, okay, all right, it says Malik can spend no more than $24 to buy pecans and cashews. He'll pay $6 per pecan and $8 per cashew. What is a graph to represent the problem? So now if you look at the thing, see how this is the pecans is the X, okay? Pecans is X, cashews is Y. So $6 for the pecans, so that's gonna be 6X. Then it's going to be $8 for the cashews, okay? So plus $8 for the cashews. If he only has certain money to spend, okay, can spend no more, okay? So he's going to be less than or equal to 24, all right? And so when you do that in Desmos, okay, when you do that in Desmos, let me pull this out here, okay? All right, all I gotta do is type in 6x plus 8y less than or equal to 24, okay? And you can see sort of how the graph looks, okay? You can touch those points, okay? You got 4 and 3, and it's shaded below there. So where is it touching? If you look at the graph, where is it touching? 4 and 3, okay? 4, let's double check that. 4 and 3, yep, so 4 here, 3 here, but it's shaded down there, so that answer is D. Okay. It says Frank works at a convenience store. He earns $7.50 per hour when he works during the day. Okay, so look at this. During the day, that's right here. Okay, so that's the X. Works at night, that's the Y. Wants to earn at least, so he wants to earn at least that. So that first number, that's going to be 7.5X. Okay, plus 12.5Y. And he wants to earn at least $300 a week. So greater than or equal to. So he wants to earn at least that, but he would like more. Okay, so then I just type in that equation, 7.5x plus 12.5y greater than or equal to 300. Okay, and then you zoom out, take a look at where that is at. Okay, that crosses at 40, that crosses at 25, and it's shaded up that way. Okay, so crosses at 40, crosses at 25, shaded above. So that would be letter C. Okay, all right. Said let f of x equal x. Okay, let g of x equal that. Compare the statements, all right, above. Okay, so this is a reminder. The f of x equaling x would be here at the center, up 1 over 1. All right. Now, if you have 6x minus 1, that would be down 1. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so look at this. All right. So what happened from the graph? Well, one thing, it shifted down. The second thing is it was steeper. Okay. All right. When it's more vertical, it's steeper. Okay. Now this one, select answers. Let f of x be x, let g of x equal here. So remember, all right, in the center, this would be this line that would go like this, okay? All right, now, all right, what I can do, all right, is just find the equation, because what they want to know is, how is this related, all right? Well, this crosses at, all right, that crosses at 2, a positive 2. Then I find the slope. Okay, so the slope is up 1, 1, 2, so that's a half. So 1/2 x, okay, all right. And so we did these problems at the end of last unit, okay. The slope of g of x is half, okay. The y-intercept is 2 more, okay. It's not 2 times, it's 2 more, all right. The function f of x equals x minus 3. The domain is all real numbers greater than or equal to 0. Okay? All right? So, it says find the range. All right? So, the easy way to do this, okay, I got x squared. I got x minus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, let me erase that little part here so I'm not confused. Okay. So it's the domain is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So what I want to do is put 0 in here. Okay? All right? So I'm going to calculate 0 minus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, I'm going to do that in Desmos. 0 minus 2 squared plus 3. All right? So that's 7. Okay? Now, since the numbers, okay, you can pick another arbitrary number. Let's say we want to pick 100. Okay, all right, because they're saying the range is greater than or equal to 0, all right? Well, if I put 100 in there, okay, all right, 100 minus 2 squared plus 3, okay? I'll just change out that 0 for 100. Okay, that's like 9,600, okay? So let's look at the question, all right? It says the range is greater than or equal to what? So since 0 is the smallest number I got was 7. Okay, so that answer is going to be D, which is going to be 7. So all you had to do was basically use that smaller number to substitute in. Okay, all right, which expression is equivalent to that? All right, so that's 3x, okay, 3x to the negative 4 to the 2 power. And then this is going to be 5x to the negative 2. Okay, so what I want to do first is do the power rule here. So that's 3 exponent of 2, and then I'm going to multiply those. So that's going to be x negative 8. 3 exponent of 2, 3 exponent 2 is 9, so that's 9x to the negative 8. All right, now I got multiplication, so I want to multiply these and add those. So 9 times 5 is 45. Add those, it's x to the negative 10. Remember, we're not allowed to have negative exponents, so that goes underneath like that. So 45 x to the 10th, which should be C. Okay, all right. Here's another one of these. Here's a power rule, all right. So I got 15 x negative 2 raised to the 3rd divided by 3x negative 4 raised to the negative 3. So what you want to do first is you want to do the power rule here. Okay, so multiply, that's going to be 15x to the negative 6. Okay, multiply those, that's going to be 3x to the 12th. Then what I'm going to do is divide that. 15 divided by 3 will be 5. I want to subtract those. Okay, so I want to do negative 6 minus 12, which is negative 18. Once again, remember, you cannot have negative exponents. Those have to go underneath. Okay, so that would be letter D. Okay. All right, here's a word problem. It says a total of 243 children are in a movie theater, 109 or 109 more adults than children. Okay. All right. If the A relationship is the adults, B representation is the children, write the system of equations. Okay. Well, we automatically know because it says total. Total is always just the letters. A plus B equals the total. All right. So if I'm being a good test taker, all right, all those are there. All right. So you got to ask yourself, 109 more adults. There are 109 more adults than there are children. Okay. So that means that if I add 109 to whatever the children are, I'll get the adults. Okay. All right. So that's going to be letter C. Okay. Solve for R. So A equals. Let me see if I can make this smaller so we can work a little bit faster. Okay. A equals P plus PRT, I think it is. we're solving for R, okay? So I'm solving for R. So what I want to do is I want to move this P through subtraction. Okay, now, these are both attached by multiplication, so I would divide both of those. So A minus P over PT would give me my answer. And A minus P over PT would give me my answer. That's it, that's letter D. Okay, here's another one where they want you to solve. They want you to solve for x1, so M equals x1 plus x2 over 2. Now with these you cross multiply, so that's 2m equals x1 plus x2. Since that is addition, I want to subtract that. So 2m minus x2 will equal x1. Okay? All right. So it says the graph, the point is direct variation. Locate an additional point that is on the graph. Okay? So a couple things. All right? One, okay, one thing you should know is that if it's direct variation, I automatically have that in the center, automatically. And this is up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. So I can do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. I can also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. The idea is that this would form a line through the center. So the big thing with direct variation is the line has to go through the center. Okay? Isolate, there's another one of these isolate problems. Isolate x, 180 equals 2x plus y. So I would get rid of the y first by subtracting. So that's 180 minus y equals 2x, and then divide all by 2. Okay? So 180 minus y divided by 2. So that'd be A. Okay? For which system is this a solution? Okay? All right, so what I want to do is I want to go into Desmos, okay, and I just want to plug those into Desmos, all right? So x plus y less than negative 2, okay, 2x minus 3y less than negative 9, okay? And I want to go to where negative 3, 1 is, all right? Negative 3 over, all right, 1, 2, 3, 1 up. Now, that's right where it intersects. Now, in order for that to be a solution, okay, normally we're in the darkest area. It would be in here, okay? But in order for that to be the case, both have to be, have lines underneath of them, okay? Which that would be letter D. That's really tricky. And that's why that's a level 3 question. If you can get that, great, okay? All right, game costs $2.50. Reese will need to repair a pair of bowling shoes for $1.50. She can spend up to $16 to bowl and rent a pair of shoes. What's the maximum number of games? So the idea is, okay, I would have, it's $2.50 per game. So $2.50 per game plus, how much were the shoes? All right, $1.50, and she can only spend $16.50. Is it $16.50? $16. Okay. All right. So what you would do is you would just put that into Desmos, just like that. Okay, so 250 x plus 150. All right, she can spend less than or equal to 16. I have to zoom out. The intersection there is 5.8. Okay, so what would be the maximum amount of games played she could play? So she can only play, all right, 5 games because you can't play 6. She doesn't have enough money. Okay, is direct variation plot 2 points other than A that are elements of direct variation? Same concept. Okay, we automatically know that the center is one of those points. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Same thing. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So any of those points would work. Remember, gotta go through the center. That's the big thing with direct variation, it has to go through the center, all right? It says a function is represented by the following rule: 1 more than 1/4 the square of a number x is y, okay? So 1 more, so 1 plus, 1/4 the square of x equals y, okay? All right? And so they want us to plot some points, all right? So just put that into Desmos, all right? 1 plus 1 divided by 4, x squared equals y, all right? And so just look for some points on the graph. That's 1. Okay, all right? You just want to find a couple others. 2, 2, all right? Negative 2, 2. Okay, so what you would do, 0, 1, 2, 2, negative 2, 2. All right? So that's how you do that one. Just plot those points out. Okay? It says plot each point on the grid. The coordinates must be integers that show that the element is direct variation. This is the same kind of deal. Remember, okay, we got this one here, up 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, up 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2. Any of those points would work. Okay, direct variation always goes through the center. That's the big thing with the graph. Okay, what is the range? Okay, so when this is a set of points, okay, that point right there would be negative 3, 0. Okay, so that's the y, that's the x. Okay, this point right here would be negative 2, 4. This point right here would be 0, negative 4, 0 over, negative 4 down. Okay, and that point is 3 over 2 up. Okay, so if they want the range, that's 0, 4, negative 4, 2. I think that's what they're asking for. Yep. All right, that's going to be letter D there. Okay, that's letter D. All right. Which of the following best describes the range? Okay, so what I would want to do, all right, remember I want to label that the arrows. This is a left arrow, negative infinity, infinity. This is a right arrow, positive infinity. This is the point negative 4 over, negative 4 down. Okay, if they want range, they want y's. So my smallest y is negative 4, my biggest y is infinity. So what that means is the range is greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay, so that's going to be D. And everything is above it, so that's the other way you would be able to see it. Okay, all right, what is the slope? Okay, all right, remember when you're doing the slope, 3x plus 5y, I think it's plus, yep, equals negative 7. All right, in order to get this in slope-intercept form, you need to move that. So that's going to become negative 3x, and then I would divide by 5. That's y equals negative 3/5 x minus 7/5. The slope is that number, okay? So what I would type in is, or just select, would be negative 3/5. All right? And this is the last question. All right, for each given point, select the point that is a solution. So what I want to do is I want to go into Desmos, okay, type this in, y greater than 1 divided by 2 with an x. Whoops, don't want to put that x there. X plus 1, and then y plus 3x less than or equal to 6, okay? All right, so where's the darkest region? Right here, okay? All right, so negative 1 over, negative 3 down would not be in the darkest region. 1 over, 1, 2 up, I guess that would be. Oh man, hold on. Yep, 1 over, 2 up, that's in the darkest region. So like that would have been one of the areas, all right? Okay, and then 2, 0. Okay, 2, 0 would be right here. That's not in the darkest area. And then 4, 6. 4 over, 4 over 6 up, that's not in the darkest region either. So the only one, all right, that would work is the 1, 2. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's the one you select. Okay? And then that is level 3. Okay? Do your best on those. Those are the hardest questions, all right? Focus on levels 1 and 2.